Alrighty guys, welcome back once again. My name is Tommy. It's time for the faction of Golarion. Happy Friday, also, with the best name forever and ever, as far as I'm concerned, in my own personal experiences. We'll say today, Urseon requests we crack open our Adventurer's Guide and talk about the Aspis Consortium. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, remember to like, subscribe, ding the bell. Requests that way. Patronage, make requests that way. That made sense, right? Y'all understand? Cool. Today, this episode of Faction Fridays was brought to you in part by Tiggy through the Artificer. Watch him blow up stuff and break the game every Sunday on Final Fantasy Heralds of Dawn. And my friend, thank you so much for your support. Now let's hit it. Okay, so first things first. Yes, that is how you pronounce that word. It comes from the Greek shield, sometimes referred to as a hoplon, you know, that heavy wooden thing that the phalanx used in ancient Greece. Yeah, that's what that is. However, I will say, and if you've been around for a while and you've seen our old videos, you'll know what I mean when I say that the Aspis Consortium does not pass the Joe test. In and of the fact that that name looks like it might say something else. I'm not a toddler. I'm not going to say it, but yeah, no. There you go. There's my story about the Aspis Consortium. But on planet Earth, of course, we have individuals who would go to the unexplored, or in theory, unclaimed, you can't see the air quotes, the webcam's off, but you get it, parts of the world, take the treasures and resources from these places and then take them back home to sell them for a profit. And that, my friends, is the Aspis Consortium in a nutshell. These guys trace their origins to a legendary shipment of Osirian curios that transformed mid-voyage into a wealth of pristine relics that the founders of the consortium sold in Westcrown. These guys never revealed whether it was an act of magic or artful smuggling that delivered these treasures. Nevertheless, it founded a conglomerate of aggressive merchants, mercenaries, and profiteers that has specialized ever since in supplying clients who have uncommon tastes and ample coin. The Aspis Consortium is always growing, always exploring new sources of wealth, and finding ways to use that source of wealth to control and exploit. As a result, an operative might turn up in really nearly any part of the world. They have strongholds all over the place, including in Magnamar, the entire city of Blood Cove, in the Mwangi Expanse, and of course they take special care to keep their reputation pristine while simultaneously hiring locals to help them explore, help them fight monsters, you know, contractors and hirelings and things, because a lot of people just cannot say no to the amount of gold post-successful operation the Aspis Consortium is capable of throwing around. But how, oh how, my friends, do you join these horrible people? But we do have a couple of archetypes, as one might imagine, if you're dealing with curios and artifacts and things the world over. That might draw the attention of an occultist. The curator occultist never gains negative levels for wielding, say, like a holy longsword if you happen to be evil. Gets a bonus on will saves to resolve personality conflicts with intelligent items. You know, you understand the magical nature of things, and so you joined a wealthy organization full of magical relics and things. It's a playground for you. If you're in a game where you might be hiring a bunch of hirelings to kill the tigers for you, the ringleader Bard implants a bardic performance. Feels kind of mesmeristy. And as a move action, the people you are trying to inspire can activate that performance themselves. It costs extra, there's a bunch of hoops you gotta jump through. Nevertheless, it frees up the Bard's own action economy to cast the Bard's own control spells. Not bad. But, on top of all of that, exists the Aspis Agent Prestige class. If you got 5 ranks in Appraise, Bluff, Craft, Traps, Disable Device, Intimidate, Knowledge History, and Perception, if you are proficient with the Whip and have either the Trap Sense class feature or the ability to cast to detect secret doors, you can be employed by the Aspis Consortium in their ongoing plots to make money the world over. This gets you Trap Sense, Trap Finding, you know, so you don't set off the pit trap in the tomb you're explored, as well as several talent style abilities, not unlike rage powers, rogue talents, etc. You can buff your caster level if you were a bard, inquisitor, or mesmerist. You can get rogue talents, sneak attack. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what you're looking for when you want to travel the world, be horrible, steal relics from the places where they rest, then take them back to Cheliax for money. Now, one thing I do like about Golarion is that in the places where the Aspis Consortium are most likely to go, the people, nay, the region, is capable of defending itself from them. Yeah, the Aspis Consortium has gobs of money, sure. And they can use that gobs of money to buy as many people, permits, local nobles, etc. as they need to. But that's not to say that they're rolling in steel armor with steel weapons, fighting people who don't have that technology yet. No. The Aspis Consortium, I have to imagine, on balance, probably spends most of its time dealing with barbarians, shamans, druids, the nature-based classes that still come out really good in Pathfinder and are just bowled over by the guy even with the gun. That said, I'm very surprised the Aspis Agent Prestige class does not have an evil alignment requirement. I suppose take that prestige class and paint it any other way, and it looks not unlike any other adventure-y kind of class. Playing one of these guys is kind of, again, if we remove the tomb raiding, take back to the lands of our people, and sell for profit flavor, it's kind of the uber rogue. And yeah, I can see myself taking the Aspis Agent Prestige class, just maybe not necessarily for the same flavor. GMing for it is, again, and I know we talk about it a million times across a million videos, it's an evil faction, have the session 0. That said, it looks pretty good on a lot of games if you change the flavor around. If you don't change the flavor around, you might want to hire an Aldori sword lord or two, because you're probably fighting a lot of guys that can rage, if I had to hazard a guess. And that is all I have to say about that. What do you guys think about the Aspis Consortium? Have we played them? I think they're a faction in PFS as well. I'm not sure. I don't play a lot of Society. Are they? In the comments is where we put it. Let me know about your experiences and we'll keep the conversation going. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and call dibs on an episode of Faction Fridays because I know when we get to the Forgotten Race review video, I'm going to want to talk about it. So I'm going to 2 videos for the price of 1 here. Next Friday, let's talk about Golarion's orcs, shall we? Yeah, we shall. See you then.